Alright, so here's the camper converter. I think this is the number here. You can look them up and sometimes just buy the whole thing, but I find that there's a couple problems that are really common on a lot of these. Is one, I see that's really common is these are a high temperature resistor, and it has the part number there. I think it's a 10 watt 2K. So these get really hot, and so these are actually made out of, they're wrapped in porcelain to dissipate the heat, and you can actually tell that they get hot because they even turn the board a little bit brown from temperature. Super common to see, but what happens is underneath they glue them so they don't move around. I don't know if they vibrate from that, and if the temperature, the little studs where they're soldered between the board and the resistor, sometimes they blow out. Super common spot. The other thing I see is when you have a power surge, like you plug into 220, is you blow the capacitor. Also very common to see when you surge them with too much power. We had one blow capacitor. I plugged in my motorhome into the 220 plug, and that's what it did there. Same thing at the farm. Another thing we see is probably more common is this. It's called a slow blow fuse. I don't know exactly what that means, slow blow. I think it's supposed to have a delay. I guess that's why sometimes you see other things blow out. But I'll see the fuse go bad, but it's a soldered on fuse. It's not a serviceable fuse technically. Now I service it, but that's beside the point there. And last one I've seen was on a lightning power surge. These big guys. It's a resistor of some sort. I can't get the number off of that, but they blow a hole right out of there when you see like a high power surge. I think those are for they tend to take the brunt of the really big surges. I've seen them just blow apart. And it's kind of like a dipped into porcelain. I think it's a type of resistor also. So those are all the main things I see all the time. What I do to check is just put my meter on continuity, and the first thing I like to check is the fuse. It's obvious that the capacitor is good, cap's not swollen or cracked, so we know that's not the culprit here. And I've got the heater running in the background, so we may not hear this, but basically I just check that there's continuity through the fuse, and no continuity. So as suspected, everything else was working. We were still getting power, but it wasn't charging the battery. The most common culprit for not charging battery is going to be that fuse. Like I said, I've replaced these, I've replaced those, replaced those, I've replaced these. So a lot of parts I've seen blow out and under different scenarios. So I'm going to solder in somewhere here. Here. You can buy these, brand new fuse, solder it in. And this one here, we'll do a quick test. Obviously got continuity. I think hopefully you can hear that. So good new fuse. That's the last one I got. Gotta order some more. A little hard to find. Sometimes you gotta order out of China. See if we can get this thing to focus. See what it is. 250 volt. That's a 15 amp. And it should have the T. I don't remember. They have different numbers on them. Anyway, that's the fuse. We're going to put it in. That should take care of your charging issue right there. Just a little soldering fuse. So we'll get that done real quick, and should be good to go. Hey guys, so in conclusion, I kind of showed a lot of the fail points, how to test them. what we did on this one was simply desolder. Take a solder iron and you heat the joints up where the fuse was. This fuse coming through from the other side, and you pull that out and you get the matching fuse here. Now what you can do is if you get the holes really clean. Now this one has got too much solder on here maybe to get the hole. Let's get a little bit, see if I can do this on the camera. Yeah. Let's see if this will fit. In those holes. Oh yeah. So we'll put that fuse right down in there, all the way down, and see that the fuse is all the way in there where we took it out, and we will solder these. Solder it while I can hold it. Let's see if this will work. There you go. Iron's a little big for this job. I've got a smaller one, but this one's cordless, so I kind of like it. It's a Milwaukee. I can get that to start in down there. There it goes. Alright. So hopefully you can see those. So they look nice and soldered there. We can snip them off, and they look just about like anywhere else on the board. If you have any, let's see if we can focus here. Yep. So that one's soldered in. We can take the meter and just test between the points from here to here. We should have continuity. We didn't have continuity before, so that's how we knew the fuse was bad. So we'll put this on. Having trouble focusing here. Continuity, which is this little deal, and touch them together. Should have a beep. So now if we touch these, before we had no beep, and you will see we are getting a beep. I've got the heat running in the background, so come on, focus. Yep, definitely getting a beep there. So you may not be able to hear that, but that's how you fix it. At this point, I feel pretty good about putting it back in, and I think it'll charge the battery on the camper. I have another video showing a lot of the fail points and how we diagnosed this one. This one was very simple. Should be good to go from here. Just put it back together and you're all fixed up. Hopefully you don't have that battery always going dead on you, having to charge it back up with an external charger. So, good luck, guys. I hope you liked the video.